yeah.
So,
It's cool if I can be all over.
first of all, can you raise your hand if you heard this?
No, we didn't hear that.
Kidding.
Well, you look like an idiot with all the raised your hand.
I was joking.
We didn't hear that.
So we wanted to give Team 5 a little love here. So we popped open this VNC. I'll just pause the video here. If you can read here, email on Team 5 Network and Red Team activity, type UC was installed on the local account to watch what the user was doing. It was quickly discovered that the program was installed and attempts made to uninstall it. While trying to uninstall it, however, the Red Team, the user took control of the mouse to click cancel. A second attempt was made to uninstall it, and the same thing happened. Finally, the network cable was unplugged and we successfully uninstalled Type VNC. As I watched them type up this incident report from VNC, right about at that moment, I moved the mouse. Kind of accidentally, but you know, so after typing this report about VNC, all of a sudden you see the mouse jump. What do? Finish the report. You sit there and think about it for a while. Start looking around, and then you decide, you know what, right now, I'm going to unplug the network cable. That was a good idea. That's what happened there. I will say that a little bit later, since we did beat up on Team 5 a little bit, Team 5, we had gotten a shell on most of the teams via a little program that the FBI helped us distribute. And everybody like ran it as root. I mean, thank you. But Team 5, we tried to run anything, and this is pretty much what we saw. So good job. All right. So the other, probably the next funniest thing we saw was, I think it was the Team 6's expense. Hold on, let me get out a. All right. Okay, that was what we just saw. All right, so they log in and say, well, that sucks. Why does this suck? Well, so it sucks if you were never prepared to deal with a locked computer that you don't have the creds for. So we thought, you know, this isn't going to be fun unless we log in. So we thought, well, we'll try to be nice here. And so we asked if you needed a password. So, you know, of course the response was, yeah, actually, a user too, really. So we went ahead and quick created one, and we were going to make it, you know, we fail, and you know, password fail, and so we were just about to type it out there when we saw, sorry, orders from above, and shut down. So it shut down and we told them the credits. So I don't know how they ever got back on, but so that was that team.
Was it y'all? No way.
You know, a lot of teams, we would do something. And you know, they would see maybe a live connection coming out, and they would, you know, delete the persistence. So some of you did a good job. We were hit on a number of different levels. Basically, either if you did kick us out, it was because either you managed to find our malware and delete it or uninstall it, or maybe you were able to see what network activity it was doing and block that with a firewall rule or something. And of course, another thing, if we haven't set up persistence and we're just using something in memory, you know, you can try to delete everything and then reboot, and then it comes up, you know, why did this computer shut down? Well, you know, security issue, which of course doesn't really help if we're still watching you. Let's see here. What else did we have here? So another thing was, you know, some of you were paying attention to your website, and you know, we can certainly help you achieve your goals, unless of course we, you know, certainly cannot help you achieve your goals. Yeah! We really wanted to learn this. I mean, football. Good job at IBM. Alright, so the last, we're going to have one more on here. Oh yeah, and firewalls are great, unless of course they're shared with us. Because then we can, you know, just allow us through and then block your network traffic or, you know, that kind of stuff. So another thing that was helpful was, you know, I think on at least one team, they had written down all their passwords in a document, and so we were able to just grab that. And,
oh man.
It was helpful. Mostly for initial access, what we did was we went used known exploits. We had a little bit of a tough time because we weren't sure what the passwords were. We used the famous NetAPI exploit on all of the email boxes. So that was one of the biggest things that we held on to. We were able to move off to a couple of the other systems, and had a lot of fun. Some of these guys had a lot of fun with the social engineering attacks. You know, I think a lot of you got phone calls from the Red Team or thumb drives that we almost, you know, just got walked into, you know, a lot of the team's rooms. But most of you did pretty well in that regard as well. I know I was talking with some of you in a little bit more detail. Does anybody have more specific questions that you want to ask us? Do you want me to switch back? Yeah.